Good evening, everybody. Let's start with some exercises. All right. Let's do some martial arts, shall we? Yeah, let's do martial arts. Very important. Okay. So, yeah, for example, in Taekwondo, sound is very important. Like when you punch, you don't just punch, okay? Or kick, you don't just kick. Sometimes you make sounds like, "Ah! Yeah! Ah! Ah!" Right? Ah! 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 Yeah. So because in order to motivate yourself and subdue your enemy spiritually, yeah, sometimes you make sounds. Okay, so I think that's enough, sure. Yeah, we'll take 5 minutes break because I need some vocal rest. Okay. All right. Ah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, happy Thursday evening. Yeah, I took a long nap after last episode. I didn't watch any movie. I didn't eat anything. I just slept. Uh, took a long nap and got out of the bed. This evening I didn't quite write right, but I wrote down some notes into the paper itself. Uh, yeah, looks like this humanized paper it will take another week because there's just too many subtopics to talk about, and intermezzo it will be finale. Okay. It'll be finale. Yeah. Okay. So let's work on the intermezzo, finale. Intermezzo as a finale. Intermezzo meaning intermission, interlude, something in between, but we put it at the very end to kind of reiterate virtue of minor work and play, Yeah, so it'll be finale. Okay. So yeah, so there was some hook, okay, in this short story, right? Yeah, humanologist. So psychologist asked, "Who are you and where am I?" Oh well, hey, welcome to this house, Ms. I'm not gonna tell you my name. Who are you and where am I? Oh, I'm a humanologist, and you are in the University of Humanology. No, no, that's not what it is. It more looks seems to me you're a loser, and this is your house. Uh, well, but I managed to intrigue you into this conversation. You're still here, right? So yeah, let's talk. You want some drinks like water or juice, orange juice or cranberry juice? Yeah, please make yourself comfortable. I mean, oh yeah. So the question was one of the many questions I had for you was, so you are what psychology professor, assistant professor? You have your own office. Well, congratulations. You're on tenure track. You'll be promoted to associate professor, then full-time tenure professor, right? Yeah, congratulations. And so do you have a couch so far? Comfortable kind of sitting device in your office as a professor? Or you know what? I'm not gonna tell you, okay? Because you're weird and no matter what I say, you use it against me and so you don't like psychology, huh? That's the kind of impression I got. And you know what? I'm a mind reader. I'm a psychologist. I know how to read humans' minds, human psyche, and there are plenty of fish in the sea, and I'm not a fish. I'm a psychologist. So your intention here is to spend time with young and attractive female like I am. Hmm? So that's your intention, right? Sure, but at the same time, I want to have intellectual conversation, not debate per se, but so parts of mutual education, okay, and so you don't like psychology. Well, psychology, just like any other sciences, it has goods and bads. It's not perfect, and well, first of all, I don't like the name psycho, psychotic, psych, psychopathology, psychopathic. It has some negative connotation in the name psychology. Okay, it's too like psycho. Like I'm not saying you're crazy. What I'm saying is I don't like the name. I'm not saying you're psycho. Okay, you know what? On a second thought, I'm gonna leave. Bye. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend you. But I'm just answering your question. Okay, there's some good and bad in psychology. Like just like any other sciences, you have good insights. Just like any other scientists in other academic disciplines like economics, physics, mathematics, you have very good insights. Okay, and you have very good experience with people. You have good insights about human world, uh, why people behave the way they behave. You have very good insights. Okay, I appreciate that. And psychology, but to me, it's like too many tree branches and without any fruit, like Mr. Jesus said. I'm not sure if you're religious or not, but Jesus said, "Yeah, there's this fig tree. A fig tree. in Bible, it has long history, right? When Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, in Book of Genesis, after they ate the fruit, forbidden fruit, they covered their private parts with fig tree leaves, and that's Old Testament. New Testament in fig tree in New Testament, yeah, Jesus was hungry, so he went to a fig tree with a lot of tree branches and leaves, and but he found no fruits, so he cursed that fig tree and it died. Your point being, I mean, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying you and I should get naked and hanky panky and cover ourselves with fig tree, forbidden fruit, like some intimacy, intercourse. I'm not suggesting that. No, what I'm saying. I'm just giving you some historical background about fig tree in the Old Testament and New Testament. See, uh, what I'm saying is, please don't get me wrong. So New Testament, Jesus. Okay, so psychologists kind of give me that impression of fig tree. Okay, like psychology is study about human mentality. So there's when I was in Madison Wisconsin University, there's some classes about human sexuality. I mean, I just knew about that class. I didn't take the class. Okay, so yeah, it's a little bit like shameful part of human life, adult life. So sexual intercourse, intimacy, but that's where how baby comes from, or where baby comes from, right? So psychology kind of give this umbrella, this fig tree leaf to cover up these private parts, and so there's humanology, kind of like fig tree in the Old Testament. Humanology, I mean, not human, psychology in the Old Testament, like a fig tree, right? But in the New Testament, fig tree, yeah, it has no fruit. So Jesus cursed that fig tree and it died. And disciples, they later wrote, yeah, fig tree bore no fruit because it was not the season. So you may blame Mr. Jesus, yeah, why did he kill this innocent fig tree? Because it's not fig tree's fault that it has no fruits because it was not the season for fig tree to bear fruits. It was not autumn, maybe it was summer. Okay, but yeah, so psychology having no fruits, not many good theories. Okay, and but a lot of theories though. So it's a lot of it's like a fig tree in New Testament, right? That Jesus cursed, right? Yeah, a lot of branches, psychology fig tree, a lot of leaves, lush leaves, green leaves, greenery, but no good results. Psychology. Why? Because it's not the season yet. Now is the season. It's humanology. Okay, humanology has a lot of fruits in it. Now is the season to harvest, where this humanology tree bear the fruits. We got some good results here. So, what's your point? My point is this: Miss, you're female, very beautiful lady. Okay, Miss, very smart. Okay, Miss Psychologist. Please, our recommendation: unlearn everything that you have learned in psychology. Empty your bottle in order to get new juice, new water, Holy Spirit of humanology. Yeah, please learn from us. We're just trying to help you so that you help others better. Join us. You know what? You know what you remind me of? Oh, please tell us. You use these plural pronouns us, we, ourselves when you are alone. Who's we? It's just you. I mean, it's a trick I learned from my fellow politicians and political activists, politicals. If I say I, that sounds so much like egotistical, egocentric, kind of selfish, self-preserving, self-serving. So if I use the plural pronoun, okay, we, it's more inviting, more inclusive, right? No, that's not really what it is. Okay, you're like you remind me of that Shumiko. Like he's talking about himself, right? Like my precious, my precious. Shumiko the Golem in the Lord of the Rings. Oh, yeah, talking to himself. He's like he says like, oh, he stole from us, my precious. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay, okay. And you're bolding too, just like Smeagol, bolding and aging. Uh, yeah, I'm bolding, I'm aging, but I'm Asian. All right, Smeagol, that's more like Smeagol has big blue eyes, right? Like this, big blue eyes. Where I have very small brown eyes. I'm Asian. Okay, so Smeagol, that's more like Caucasian white man. I'm I'm a man, but I'm Asian. So I have a small brown eyes. Can you see my eyes? It's brown, okay. Yeah, let me make it bigger for you, okay. If it's too difficult to see. Same cut, okay, that's good. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Short story. Let's take 5 minutes break, okay? So, yeah, we're just spinning the yarn, writing a novel. Huh? Short story. Okay, we'll take 5 minutes. Very good. Okay, let's continue with this conversation with psychologist section. Um, so, well, some concepts. We just give it narrative. Yeah, we did enough acting, right? Yeah. So, causation analysis. Okay, so A precedes B does not mean A caused B. Okay, so this temporal order, A happened first and B happened next, does not always mean A caused B. Okay, so that's the uh, fallacy, many fallacies that psychologists are making. Okay, like some childhood trauma. That's why you are misbehaving like this now. Okay, and yeah, because something happened in your childhood, that's why you are behaving this way now. Well, that's more like they're trying to connect the dot. We get it, okay? And but the thing is, there's some merit to that, okay? Yeah, yeah. Past experience sometimes makes some cause and effect, sometimes, but not always, though. Okay, but something very remotely in the past is causing a person to behave this way, like 10 years, 30 years later. That's not very likely. Okay, it's too far fetched an argument. Causation is not that easy to identify. Okay, it's basically unfalsifiable kind of theory. Trauma analysis, the Sigmund Freudian, all right, trauma analysis, this childhood analysis. That's unfalsifiable and therefore it's not scientific at all. Okay, according to philosopher Karl Popperian analysis. Okay, so just like Einsteinian theories or some cosmology or theory about black hole, dark matter, They are not scientific theories, they are science fictions because they are unfalsifiable. Deep in the universe, who knows what's there, okay? Or alien theory, okay? They're all unfalsifiable because it's too far away, universe. Cosmology, yeah, the origin of the universe, Big Bang theory, again, they are not science. They're science fictions because they are unfalsifiable. It's too remote in back in time. Okay. Yeah, like Big Bang, you have what the scientist in Cambridge, scientist, so-called scientist, like what's his name? Not many people remember his name anymore. Yeah, the guy in the wheelchair. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not making fun of disabled people, but yeah, the brief history of universe, wormhole, Big Bang, that guy. I don't remember his name. Not many people remember his name, okay, because he's not a very good scientist. Okay. We are sorry he's disabled, but still he's not a very good scientist. Okay, so yeah, the Big Bang guy. Yeah, not a good theory. Okay, science fiction, unfalsifiable. Okay, so it's too remote in time in the past or too far away in the universe, so unfalsifiable. Okay, it's like we have this black box, right? You can imagine all you want what's inside of this box, sealed box. Okay, but you cannot prove it. You can make theories, right? Shake it, listen to what it sounds like. He's like meow, or he's like woo, woof, woo. Oh, it's a dog. Oh, it's a cat. Okay, yeah, you can take a guess, but you cannot prove it unless you open the box. Okay, but what if this box is too far away in the universe? Nobody can open it. Yeah, black hole, dark matter. Okay, they are not science. They are science fictions. Okay, or something happened way back in a person's life, or way back in history of the universe, like Big Bang or trauma analysis, Sigmund Freud. It's not science. It's science fiction. Okay, because they are unfalsifiable. You can neither prove it or disprove it. So they are not sciences. They are science fictions. Yeah. So it's not just psychology. It's economics, physics, mathematics, sociology. Yeah, all different branches of science. There are some dark corners. All right. So yeah. Yeah. So no, we are not just picking on psychology. We are not. We pick on every branches of science. Why? Because we want to make them better. Okay. So we're trying to help. And it's kind of creative destruction concept in economics. Yeah, economists, yeah, some of them have very good insights. Some of them, okay. So psychology, just like psychology, physics, mathematics, it's all the same, okay. There are goods and bads in all different branches of sciences, okay. We're just trying to help. Uh, all right, we'll take 5 minutes break, okay. Yeah, I'm just drinking water because I drank way too much earlier today. So. Yeah. All right. Uh, Okay, some Bible story. So I'm not sure it was the Book of Daniel or Book of Ezekiel. Some later chapters, books in Old Testament in Bible. Yeah, Judeo-Christianity Bible. Okay. Yeah, a prophet, not exactly prophesied, but had a dream. Okay, there's this, or maybe it was a king. Okay, I guess it's Book of Daniel or something. Like there's a king had a dream. He couldn't interpret. I think it's a Babylon. Book of Daniel goes like that, right? Yeah, king had a dream. He doesn't quite remember, so he summoned up his countries in Babylonian Empire. His prophets, magicians, fortune tellers, and asked them, "Hey, I remember I had a dream, but I don't remember the details. So can you tell me this dream I had?" And they said no. Okay, okay, oh kings. Yeah, we cannot tell you what you dreamed about. Nobody can. And he said, "You know what, guys? You're fired." He was dictator, okay, emperor. So then he summoned up Jewish slaves. One of them, Daniel, okay. Yeah. Yeah, hey, can you tell what dream I had? And Daniel said yes. Okay. Yeah. It's about famine. It's about minor processism, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like Joseph. Maybe I'm confusing between Joseph in Book of Genesis, interpreting the dream of Pharaoh in Egypt. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, David, 4 years or 7 years of a lot of harvest, prosperity, followed by 7 years of famine and drought, flood, whatever. Yeah, so better save up for the rainy days. Okay, something like that. Okay, that's Joseph. Daniel, I don't quite recall this Babylonian king's dream. So it could have been Book of Ezekiel or Book of Daniel. I don't know. Some dream story. Okay, prophet or king dreamed it. I don't remember. Okay, so there was this stone. Well, there was this big, gigantic statue. Okay, golden head and silver chest and bronze torso and some mixed metal alloy feet, something like that. Okay, and yeah, it's kind of like history of America, right? And America has kind of been divisive nowadays. It's the kind of food alloy mixed metal, right? But back then it was golden. That's like we're talking about 1960s, 70s, 80s. Okay, I mean any country's fate, this economic cycle goes up and down, up and down. It's circular. Okay, yeah. Some economists has very good insights. Okay, so yeah, it's like sine curve, go up and down, circular. Okay, yeah, any countries like that. Yeah, America, it might get back on track. Nowadays, they are not doing it very good. Yeah. Look at the three past and current presidents: President Biden, President Trump, President Obama. The worst of all presidents America ever seen. Okay, in my opinion, three worst presidents. Right. In my opinion, George W. Bush, he was the last decent president of the United States. Okay, in my opinion, George W. Bush Jr. Okay, ever since yeah, Obama, Trump, Biden, I think they are some of the worst presidents America has ever seen. In my opinion, okay, too much party politics. Okay, anyways, uh, Where were we? Okay, dream. Okay. So yeah, golden era, silver era, then bronze, and then alloy. Okay. So and then there's this stone, not made by man, and it's hovering in the air. It's defying all the law of nature. It's just floating in the air, a stone, and it destroyed that idol, gigantic statue. And the prophet prophesies, yeah, this stone, this one stone, not made by human hands, floating in the air, defying the gravitational force, hovering in the air like hoverboard in Back to the Future movie. Okay, this stone, it destroyed that big idol statue. All right, and the prophet prophesies says is that this stone will last forever. Okay, yeah. So this brand of humanology may be that stone. Okay, it's not. We are not institutionalized. Okay, this humanology. Uh, it's something very humble. Just one stone, one humanology. Okay. And yeah, we are yes, we are destroying idols. We are iconoclasts. Okay, and there's possibility that this humanology may last forever. Okay, it's one possibility. Okay, I don't know. Nobody knows. It's one possibility. Okay, kind of self-serving prophecy, self-fulfilling prophecy. I don't know. Okay, it's just one possibility. Okay, you don't know the future. I don't. Okay, just one possibility. All right. Let's be optimistic. Yeah. But we are against violence. We are engaging in ideological warfare. Okay, there are good ideologies like Holy Spirit and bad ideologies like idolatry. Okay, we don't hurt people, but when we see bad ideologies, we kill it and we eat it. We are like higher than ideology level. We are like kind of like angels. Okay, yeah, like Shiva. Uh, oh, oh, yeah, creative destruction. Okay. We don't commit any violence on people. We don't. We are against violence, right? But when it comes to bad ideologies, we kill it and we eat it. They are our food. Bad ideologies, okay, like snakes. Yeah, we are like eagles who feed on snakes. Okay, yeah, bad ideologies. We eat it. We eat them. They are our food. We are like at the level of angel. Okay, higher than human ideologies. Okay, yeah. Trendsetters. Okay, yeah, fashion creators. We kill bad ideologies and we create brand new good ideologies. Okay, we are kind of level of angels. Okay, so yeah, that's us, right? Yeah. So you're in a very good place. Okay, yeah. We share our knowledges and yeah. Oh, what else? Let's take 5 minutes break, shall we? Yeah. Okay, let's take 5 minutes. All right. Okay. About like 10 minutes ago, I went outside, cigarette break, and then I heard this tree branching, tree branch breaking sound, and then that's Alaska moose, residential moose, neighbor moose in my side yard. Oh, I didn't see it because it's too dark outside. It's not at night. Right now it's like 9 o'clock. Okay, at night. So I didn't see it, but I can tell. Yeah, it's a moose munching on tree bricks. Okay, that's so cute. Always welcome guest in my premise. So cute. Alaska moose. I love animals. Llama, a beautiful animal, very cute. Like ears like this, right? That's my llama impression. So cute. Looks like camel or ostrich. Pouty lips, like kiss me. Big eyes, long eyelash, camel, llama, ostrich. Anyways, yeah, Alaska moose. I love them. Okay, and I love their meat too. Yeah, I love animals. I also love eating them. Okay, but as long as we don't poach them, it's so cool. Hunting is good. Okay, legal hunting to preserve and protect species as a whole, or farming. Fantastic. I'm a huge fan of farming. Okay, yeah. How about manufacturing? I mean, American manufacturers, they make great American products. I'm a huge fan of American made in America product. Okay, but at the same time, I'm also advocate for outsourcing international trade. Okay, it's a good thing in my opinion. Okay, yeah. So because I've read some economics books articles recently. Okay, there is this concept. Is looking back in the history. Uh, mercantilism, mercantilism versus that's more emphasized in international trade, selling goods. Also, some negative side of mercantilism is colonialism, imperialism. Okay, yeah, so it's more like economic protectionism, export but not import. Yeah, just bring in the money, gold, back in the days, mercantilism. Okay, and the opposite flip side of that, the anti-ideology is called I have to look it up. Okay, let me grab my cell phone. It has very tricky name. It ends with crossy. Okay, I have to look it up. It has to do with agriculture. Okay, physiocracy. Okay, yeah, physiocracy. Very tricky name. Okay, or Greek word. Okay, government of the nature. Okay, okay. So physics means nature in Greek. Didn't know that. Yeah, physiocracy. It puts emphasis in farming, farmland. Okay, that's physiocracy, which is anti-ideology of mercantilism. Mercantilism is a merchant. Okay, international trade. Okay, but physiocracy is more like self-government, self-governing. Like, yeah, you work the land, farm the land, and make food, feed yourself. This is my agriculture-based ideology. Okay, so heavy emphasis on agriculture. Uh, in Korean word, physiocracy is called 중농. 중농. Okay. 중, I don't know what it means. Maybe it means heavy or emphasis on agriculture. 농 means agriculture, okay, farming. Okay. 중농주의. 주의 means ideology, ism. Okay. So, and mercantilism in Korean word is 중상. 중상주의. 주의 means ideology, ism. Okay. So, emphasis on 상. 상 means commerce, trade. Okay. Yeah. But traditionally, physiocracy is more like self-sufficiency. Yeah, you agriculture, okay. You just feed yourself, okay. But mercantilism, it more emphasis on international trade, but it's a little bit self-serving, okay, back in the days, like imperialism, colonialism, okay. So, yeah, emphasis in bringing the gold money. But that's a little bit misguided, okay. What's the money? What's the gold? Gold is beautiful, but it does not have that much practical significance. Gold is more luxury good. It's like gilded cage or jewelry, gold ring. That's more. It does not have that much practical significance. Okay, silver does because films they're made with some silver oxide or something like that. Traditional film, but nowadays it's all silicon digital, like red one, red camera. Nowadays, digital camera is as good as films. Okay, they came a long way, right? Back in the days, video, low quality, color, but film with silver coated film on plastic layer, fantastic color, right? Very artsy and 24p, 24 frame per second. Okay, yeah, dreamy, kind of slow motion, and not slow, a little bit choppy, kind of artsy. But video is too accurate, too realistic, right? And kind of flat color back in the days, right? Cheaper video because it's reusable. Video, yeah, in magnetic tape, right? Or on silicon memory, hard disk drive, whatever. Okay, digital camera, whatever. Okay, they're reusable, right? But films, they're not. They're not digital. They're analog. They're not reusable. They're not recyclable. Film with silver coating, okay, and they're very expensive because they use silver, precious metal, silver dioxide, whatever, okay, and they're not reusable. Back in the days, you have Polaroid camera, whatever camera, right, or using this film, right? They're not digital. They're not magnet based, magnetized particle. It's not that, okay. I mean, when you have cassette tape, right? You can re-record your cassette tape. With the, yeah, well, cassette tapes they're kind of analog too, okay. But you can erase cassette tape and record something brand new. They are reusable because they are magnet based. Okay. Yeah, they are not fully digital cassette tapes or videotapes, right? But you can reuse it because they are based on magnetic direction, right? Analog. Later on became zero and one, became digital. That's what digital means. Boolean. Okay. Zero and one. Analog is all different variation, different angles of this magnetic particle direction. Okay. Yeah. So magnetized tapes can be digital or analog. Okay. So, but when it comes to films like 8 millimeter, 60 millimeter, or 35 millimeter traditional films to make movies, they are not digital. They are not Boolean, they are analogs. And they are not based on magnetized particles on the plastic film. They are based on silver. That's why they're so expensive films, okay? And they are not reusable at all. Once you take a picture, or I mean, moving picture, that's just frames of many different pictures, okay? So they're not reusable. Once you use it, it's done, okay? Because some silver particle get oxidized, whatever, at the exposure from light, okay? Uh, it's not reusable. It's not based on magnets, okay? It's based on silver, which is non magnetic, as far as I know, okay? Whatever. We'll take 5 minutes break, okay? So, we just random talk, okay? All right. All right. Okay. What else? Yeah, just story time, random walk, random talk, right? Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about artificial intelligence. Yeah, random walk, there's algorithmic, stochastic, like, means kind of statistical algorithm, as opposed to deterministic algorithm. Stochastic algorithm like Monte Carlo method, which is cool. Okay, yeah, we learn all that stuff as computer science majors, right? Yeah. Well, I major in computer science. Okay, so artificial intelligence. Okay, I took one class, artificial intelligence class during the summer in Madison, Wisconsin, back in like 2003. Okay, it was one of the best classes I've ever taken in my life, and it was not taught by a professor but by a PhD student because I took artificial intelligence class during the summer class. Uh, when I was in undergrad, Madison, Wisconsin, I did not do any internship. Okay, I stayed in school and took summer classes. Okay, and one of the summer classes was artificial intelligence class. Okay, because professors during the summer, I guess they take Sabbath or take vacation. Okay, But some PhD candidates, they stay in campus and they teaching assistant. Okay, sometimes PhD candidate teach the whole class as the lecturer, not as teaching assistant. Okay, especially during summer semesters when professors are gone vacationing somewhere. Okay, but this particular gentleman, our instructor, PhD candidate in computer science department. Okay, very smart guy. Okay, he was a white guy. Okay, one of the best classes I ever taken. Okay, that guy was really smart, right? Good class. The structure, okay, of this artificial intelligence class, it was like there's a lot of logic, first order logic, and it was good. So, bridging the gap between mathematics and real world. That's kind of computer science. Okay. Yeah, as computer programmer, I used to be. Okay, we interpret business logic into computer programming language, which is kind of mathematical. Okay, yeah, combinatorics, arithmetic. All right, yeah, yeah. Computer science, I really loved it. Okay, database, operating system, algorithm, computational theory, computer programming languages, numerical analysis, right? Computer architecture, right? Oh, artificial intelligence, and there are a lot of subfields in computational theory. I mean, computer science. Okay, it's something really cool. I really liked it. Okay, good knowledge, very practical. Computer programming, right? Yeah. So in the history of artificial, I also audited. I mean, when I went to Cornell, Ivy League school, computational biology and computer science department. Okay, I audited artificial intelligence class. Audit means you attend the lecture, but homeworks, exams, you don't have to do. Audit. Okay. Yeah. I audited many classes in Cornell. Okay. One of those classes was artificial intelligence. Okay. So this time, it was full-time professor. Okay, during regular semester. Summer, it was not summer class. It was fall or spring semester. Okay, taught by full-time tenured professor, and it was a lady, Caucasian lady. Okay, her age, probably in her 50s. Yeah, married with children. Okay, yeah, and she told us in the class. It was undergrad level artificial intelligence class. Okay, she told us some interesting inside story of artificial intelligence AI history. Okay, yeah, because this one professor Frank Rosenblatt, Rosenblatt, Frank Rosenblatt. He's a white guy, American. Okay, he was a professor in psychology in Cornell University. Uh, He's the one. He's kind of the foundational member, founder of artificial intelligence. Yeah, perceptron, artificial neural network. He's the guy. Okay, and then here's some competitors, more established, like Professor Marvin Minsky in MIT. Okay, yeah, Dartmouth workshop. Okay, and you have like famous people like Shannon, right? Information theory, right? Like AT&T, Bell Lab, this, and some others. Dartmouth workshop. Dartmouth is in what, New Hampshire or something like that. New England, somewhere northeast. Ivy League school. Dartmouth. Never been to that part, but it's Ivy League school. Yeah, so Professor Marvin Minsky, he criticized perceptron by, yeah, artificial neural network by Mr. Frank Rosenblatt, professor in Cornell. Okay, Professor Marvin Minsky, MIT professor, probably in computer science, something like that. Okay, but I mean, he proved that yeah, uh, perceptron, this artificial intelligence, this neural network model, it's good, but it has some fundamental mathematical limitation. You cannot categorize, or learn a very simple function like XOR, exclusive OR, like plus minus minus plus. It kind of look like the idealism, okay, a little bit. Exclusive OR, okay. Yeah, so perceptron cannot learn this simple function like XOR, exclusive OR, okay. But it does not matter, okay. Yeah, so in artificial intelligence, this problem that is linearly separable. Okay, that's the thing, kind of things that artificial neural network can learn. Okay, perceptron. Okay, machine learning. Okay, but if this distribution of two classes, right? If it's XOR, it's not linearly separable. Yeah, perceptron cannot learn that, but it does not mean perceptron is useless. Okay, so Mr. Professor of MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, which used to be part of Harvard, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Okay, yeah, engineering school, science school became too big, so they branched out as MIT. Okay, I learned that from some of my friends who went to Harvard. Okay. I have some friends who went to Harvard. Okay, so yeah, yeah, perceptron can only learn linearly separable sets. Okay, if it's not linearly separable, yeah, perceptron cannot learn it. But it does not mean perceptron is useless. So Mr. Professor Marvin Minsky, he went too far, criticizing. This is kind of professional jealousy, okay? Because Mr. Professor of Psychology, Frank Rosenblatt, he's more creative individual. Mr. Marvin Minsky, more mechanical, okay? But Mr. Frank Rosenblatt, he's more like generalist. He has diverse interest. Okay, more laid back, more creative. Okay, so this artificial intelligence female professor, she's Caucasian. Okay, uh, she told us about some stories of Mr. Professor Frank Rosenblatt, some insider story as a Cornell University professors. Okay, yeah, give me 5 minutes. Okay, I'll tell you what I've learned from the female professor in Cornell University, okay, artificial intelligence. Okay? We'll take 5 minutes, okay? Interesting history, okay? Some insider story of Cornell University, okay? Okay, very good. Story time. So, Mr. Professor of MIT, Marvin Minsky. Let me turn on the heater real quick, okay? His criticism on perceptron is correct, mathematically correct. He can prove mathematically, yeah, yeah. A counter example kind of disproof by counter example, okay? But so it's not deformation, okay, against Professor Frank Rosenblatt, but he went too far, okay, in his criticism because yeah, perceptron can learn linearly separable two sets, okay, by adjusting the slope of this line, okay. It's kind of feedback loop kind of algorithm. It's ingenious, okay, but you cannot learn non-linearly separable sets, okay. That's correct. It's correct criticism, okay, but that does not make perceptron useless, okay, because a lot of sets are linearly separable, okay. Perceptron, although it has some limitation, it is still very useful, okay. So later generations, yeah, they kind of vindicated Frank Rosenblatt's perceptron artificial neural network, okay. So okay, yeah. So some insider story about Professor Frank Rosenblatt. They say he was very good with students. Okay, as a professor, he would hang out with students in their house parties, like undergrads. Okay, he would join in as a professor to parties of undergraduate students of Cornell University, maybe graduate students. Okay, he would have lunch with his students. Okay, very student friendly kind of guy, Professor Frank Rosenblatt. Okay, so very nice guy, very laid back, generalist, general interest. He was interested in politics and other areas. Okay, not just science. Okay, yeah, very romantic kind of guy, and he's very creative kind of guy. Okay, but as opposed to professor of MIT, Mr. Marvin Minsky, he's more like stolid, kind of like too strict, doctrinaire, disciplinary, kind of mechanical. Work, 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 no play. So in my opinion, he's kind of guy. All study and all work and no play makes uh, a person a dull person. Okay, yeah, all work and no play make John a dull boy, or make Jill or Jane a dull girl. Okay, yeah, it's kind of like Professor Marvin Minsky, in my opinion. Okay, workaholic, work too much, so he didn't quite make a theory that is like groundbreaking or breakthrough. Not really. He's worked very hard, studied very hard, became a professor at MIT, but he didn't make that much contribution to artificial intelligence. Okay, not really. Okay, but Mr. Frank Rosenblatt, yeah, perceptron at the beginning of artificial intelligence. That's the guy. Okay, and he was professor in psychology. Okay, so psychology does have some good stuff in there, I guess. Okay. Uh, and like artificial neural network, artificial intelligence, it came from psychology professor Frank Rosenblatt. Okay, let me make this honorable mention in this paper. Okay, yeah, Frank Rosenblatt. Let me make a note. Yeah, psychology. Let's give them due credit, shall we? Yeah, because it's true, right? Frank Rosenblatt. So it's Frank Rosenblatt. That's the guy who created artificial neural network. The beginning of artificial intelligence. That's him. Okay. Later on, yeah, support vector machine, which is developed by female computer scientist. I don't remember her name. Okay, but support vector machine, it can learn non-linearly separable sets. Okay, like XOR. Yeah, they do use some fancy transformation function, whatever. Okay, yeah. So it overcame the linear separation, non-linear separation. Okay, that barrier. Yeah, support vector machine. Yeah, it overcame that barrier, and it was female computer programmer, computer scientist. Okay, which is very impressive. Okay. Yeah, and there are also African American African American female computer scientists used to who worked in NASA. Okay, yeah, yeah. So computer science, there are African Americans, also there are females, but very few. Okay, but some of them are very good at it. Okay, yeah. When I was taking this patent law class, where I was still a computer programmer, that was like 4 years ago. Yeah, I was working for state of Alaska as a computer programmer when I first came to Alaska. Okay, but before then, I got a job in Alaska, very first job in Alaska, computer programmer for a small company, private sector. Okay, but later on, I got a higher paying job as a computer programmer in Alaska, working for the state government. Okay, yeah, yeah, it's so cool. Okay, so when I was working for state of Alaska as a computer programmer, I was studying for Alaska bar exam to become a lawyer. Okay. And I had 1 week vacation to Denver, Colorado. Beautiful city. Okay. To take this class about patent law. Okay. Our instructors were federal employees, USPTO, United States Patent and Trademark Office. Okay. Because back then I was patent agent on paper. I never practiced it. Okay. Now I'm a patent attorney, but I don't practice it. Okay. But on paper I am. Okay. Because I passed the patent bar exam even before I went to law school. Okay. Because I studied for it for 1 year. Okay. Anyway, so patent law class, 1 week vacation in Denver, Colorado, when I was working as a computer programmer in Alaska for state government, studying for Alaska bar exam back in the days in my spare time. Okay. So I went to Denver, Colorado for 1 week vacation. Uh, what month? What year? About 4 years ago. So it was like 2016, 2017, something like that. Okay. Yeah, it was during probably like October or September, right? In Alaska, back in the days, 4 years ago, September, October is quite cold. Alaska used to have very long winter. Okay, so I was wearing jacket, wear coat, trench coat, whatever. Okay, and then I went to Denver, Colorado, September, October, something like that. Okay, it was very hot, right? So I was like sweating in this rental car station in the airport. Okay. So yeah, I was taking this patent law class instructed by federal employees who are very good. Okay, very good instructors, professionals. They're good at what they do, and it was very good class. Okay, it was 3 day class. Okay, yeah, yeah. It counted as continuing legal education class, but back then I was not a lawyer. But I took just 1 week vacation because the class was free. Because I was patent agent on paper. Okay, so yeah, it was good. In that class, I remember some of them were African Americans, both males and females. Okay, they were like practicing pattern attorneys and pattern agents. Okay, intellectual property. Okay. I was very impressed. Okay, very smart people. Okay, so African Americans, they can be very academically successful. They may not be doctors or lawyers, but in science, like pattern law, intellectual property. Okay, to become a pattern agent, you have to have physical science degree, bachelor's of science degree. Mm, yeah. And you have to take pattern bar exam and pass it, which is not easy. Okay. Yeah. So pattern bar exam, you can only take it if you major in as a four-year college Bachelor of Science. Physics, chemistry, or computer science, whatever, okay? Yeah. Whereas a computer science major, they kind of gave us hard time because computer science is not like chemistry, physics, engineering, okay? It's kind of in between, right? So yeah, they gave us some hard time, okay? But still, yeah, we have to. There's some prerequisite classes that we are supposed to take pattern by exam, like chemistry class, physics class. But yeah, I qualified, okay, because I took those classes, okay. So, but yeah, engineering, hardcore engineering, and hardcore physical science like chemistry, physics, biology, okay. Those are the requirements to even take this pattern bar exam, okay. And I met some in the pattern law class, practicing pattern attorneys, pattern agents who are African American females and males. Okay, I was very happy to see them there, and I did chat with them, having conversation, okay, small talk, okay, because I'm a huge fan of African Americans. Okay, very, very, very glad to see them there. Pattern law, okay, class, very smart people. Okay, in many ways smarter than me. Okay, African American females and males. Okay, yeah, very glad to see them. Okay, so I was very glad. Yeah, they can be very academic, scholarly African Americans. Okay, they may not be doctors or lawyers or politicians or business executives, but in academia, yeah, there's some African American females and males. Okay, who are very, very studious, academic, smart people. Okay, I was so glad to see them. Okay, I was mighty proud of them, African American males and females. Okay, pattern law class. Okay, I was very happy to see them. Yeah. All right, we'll take 5 minutes. Okay. I love African Americans, okay? Yeah, I'm not a racist. I love all races, all right? All right. So some story time, okay? So when I was in Ann Arbor, Michigan, in law school, yeah, went to classes and some public speeches, events, and there are some guest speakers, right? Yeah, and I voiced my opinion that I'm pro affirmative action. Okay, yeah, giving more credits to African Americans, Hispanic Americans. Okay, yeah, I think it's a good thing. Diversification of race in college campus. Okay, yeah, affirmative action. Yeah, is it unconstitutional racial discrimination against Asians and Caucasians? Yes, it is. Because college admission, there's finite resources. There's copium. Okay, so in copiumology, there's this law of copium conservation. It's like first law of thermodynamics. You cannot create or destroy copium, just like you cannot create or destroy energy or mass. Okay, so yeah, copium it has to come from somewhere. Okay, so if they give more credits to African Americans or Hispanics, then who suffer? Yeah, Asians and Caucasians, and Jews and Arabs. Okay, so it is unconstitutional racial discrimination. Okay, but still affirmative action. Yeah, in Supreme Court, U.S. Supreme Court scholars, Supreme Court of the United States. Okay, scholars, yeah, PADOS, that's President of the United States, FLOTUS, First Lady of the United States. Okay, nicknames, acronyms, whatever. So there's some U.S. Supreme Court opinions. Okay, yeah, it's about repair, repair, or compensation for the past racial discrimination in America. We trying to repair it, restore harmony. Okay, yeah, let's give some credits, affirmative action. Okay, so extra credit in college admission. Yeah, make amends. Yeah, we stole from African Americans racial discrimination, underwage. Well, they call it slavery, but that's disrespectful. Okay, how about servant leadership? Okay, I did talk about that in some previous papers. Okay, so yeah, yeah, some labor exploitation. Okay, so yeah, give some credits to African Americans, Hispanics. Okay, college admission, affirmative action. Okay, I agree. Okay, yeah, I think it's a good thing. Is it discriminatory against Caucasians and Asians and Jews and Arabs? Yes, yes. But in America, college admission application, you can apply to multiple universities. That's not how it is, how it was in South Korea or South Korea in general. Okay, I don't know how it is now in Korea, South Korea. Okay, but when I was in Korea, South Korea, back in 1990s, as a high school student, it's very Spartan, strict disciplinary, doctrinal, very harsh education system. Okay, you in South Korea in 1990s when I was in high school there, you only allowed to apply to one school, one major, and you cannot change it. Okay, but in America, you can apply to multiple schools, and later on you can switch your major. You can even double major, right? In South Korea, it was not like that. Okay, as a high school student, you're only allowed to apply one university and one major, and you cannot change your major. Very Spartan. Okay, in order to change university or your major, you have to go back and take the college entrance exam again, all over again, start it all over again, and start as a freshman in some other major, some other university. Okay, that's how it was in South Korea back in 1990s. It's Spartan, very strict. But in America, it's not like that. It was not like that. It's not like that. Okay. You can change your major. You can double major. You can transfer between colleges. You can apply to multiple colleges. All right. Yeah. But in South Korea, it was not like that. Okay. So count your blessings if you happen to be in America. Okay. I know of some Koreans. Okay. Some of them are my cousins. Okay. Female cousin. Okay. She majored in some academic discipline as undergrad, but she wanted to be a doctor. So what she did, she studied, re-studied, and she took the college entrance exam again to go to medical school. And she did. She became a doctor. Okay. Yeah, some Koreans do that stuff. But something good about Korea, South Korea, yeah, South Korea bar exam, which is notoriously difficult to pass. But anybody can take it. Anybody. You don't even have to graduate from high school. You don't even have to go to college. If you study the South Korean law, you take this South Korean bar exam, then you can become a lawyer. Okay. There's no other requirement whatsoever. Anybody can take it. You don't have to go to law school. You don't have to have 4-year college degree like America Bar Association requires. Okay, but South Korea bar exam to become a lawyer, anybody can take it. They just need to study South Korean law, which is very difficult kind of bar exam. But there's no other requirement. You just study the law in your own time if you want to, and pass the South Korea bar exam, which is notoriously difficult to pass. Okay, but anybody is welcome to give it a try. Okay, so there's this South Korean president, former president. What's his name? Nomuhyun. Mr. South Korean former president Nomuhyun. Okay, he did not go to college. He was one of those rare kind who just studied for South Korean bar exam and he passed. He's kind of liberal, all right? Yeah, that's his background. He's not elitist. He didn't go to 4-year college. I guess he just graduated from high school, got some odd jobs, but in his spare time he studied to pass this South Korean bar exam, and he did. Okay. After that, yeah, he was a lawyer. He got a lawyer's license in South Korea, and he was an activist, advocate for poor people, like he was. He got into politics. Later on, he became the president of not United States, but president of South Korea. Okay, Mr. Nomuhyun. Okay, very impressive, right? Yeah. It's kind of like Abraham Lincoln a little bit. Okay, so Abraham Lincoln, former president Abraham Lincoln, he did not go to law school. Back in the days in America, it was not required to go to law school to take American bar exam. All right. Back in the days, they read law. They read case law. That's how they studied. Some apprenticeship. Okay. It was not required that to take this bar exam, they had to go to 4-year college and then law school. It was not required back then in America. Okay. Yeah, they read law. They studied law by just reading case law, some Supreme Court decisions or state court decisions. Okay. They read law, case law. Okay. And some statutes. Okay. Some apprenticeship under some established lawyers. Okay. Yeah, that's how Abraham Lincoln became a lawyer. He did not go to 4 year college. He did not go to law school because it was not required back then. Okay. I think it's better that way. But yeah, bar association, guild. Okay, they want to limit the number of lawyers. Okay, so higher bar exam. Yeah, bar exam is good, but 4 year college requirement, LSAT, law school requirement. Okay, I don't think that's necessary. Okay, I kind of old school. Okay, so I know history of America, South Korea, right? I mean, North Korea, I cannot speak for it because I've never been to North Korea, but I've seen some video footage about North Korea. Okay, great people, happy people, they dance. North Korea. Okay, I don't think North Korea is as bad as people think it is. Okay, so we take 5 minutes break. Okay, let's talk about North Korea. Okay, I don't know too much about North Korea. I've never been there. All right, but as a South Korean American, I lived in South Korea for 2 decades, nearly 18 years, 19 years. Okay, North Korea is right there. Okay, so yeah, we know as a South Korean background. I'm American citizen, but with some South Korean background, yeah, we know about North Korea probably more than other people. Okay, so all right, we'll take 5 minutes break. Okay, and we'll talk about North Korea as far as I know. Okay, all right, story time. Okay, interesting country. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of North Korea. Okay, yeah, no country is perfect, no regime is perfect, but North Korea, yeah, they're good and bad. Okay, just like America, South Korea, anywhere. Okay, no country is perfect. Okay, so we take 5 minutes. Okay, so all right, we talk about North Korea. Okay. All right. So yeah, I remember watching this footage about North Korea. There was this lady in her 50s or 60s. She was doing some dancing, traditional dancing. Yeah. So yeah, they know how to have fun. Okay, North Korea, right? Yeah, dancing. traditional Korean dancing. Female lady in her 50s or 60s, okay? Yeah, dancing, okay? Big smile, okay? Yeah, so I don't think those Korea's too bad, okay? So, yeah. Yeah, there's some problems in those Korea, yeah, dictatorship, but there's no crime there. Vulture is zero, alright? Because if they commit crime, very strict penalty in those Korean prison, alright? That's like very harsh, alright? American prison, okay, it's like free room and board, right? There's no torture. You have food, you have gym, library, television. American prison, okay. I've never been there, okay, but I just seen television, okay. Good food. American prisoners, I bet they have better food there, okay, than what I eat, like ramen noodles, rice, all microwaved, purchased from Walmart. That's what I eat, okay. In American prison, I'm sure they have some pictures on the wall, maybe some whatever, better food. But North Korean prison, okay, North Korean hell, okay. So there's virtually no crime in North Korea, okay. In America, a lot of crimes. Why you commit a crime, you go to jail. So what? Free room and board, heating, air conditioner, library, gym, television, good food, paid by taxpayers, okay. So there's a lot of crimes in America, okay. But in North Korea, there's virtually no crimes, okay. But in North Korea, yeah, there's some problems too. How about America? How about South Korea? They have problems of their own, okay. Every country in the world, good and bad, there's some problems, some solutions, okay. So we should learn from each other, all right? What can America learn from North Korea? Well, in American prison, they just sit there, eat, right? Because America has this painful history of slavery, 13th Amendment. Okay, so prison labor, yeah, it can remind Americans of slavery era. Okay, so prison labor, okay, is very frowned upon in America because America has this history of slavery. Okay, so but in North Korea or in China, Russia, yeah, labor camp in prison. They have to work. Okay. There's something America can learn from China, Russia, North Korea. Okay. Because America has more crimes than Russia, China, North Korea. Okay. Because Americans' prison system is they're just too nice, right? They're too lenient. Okay. In America, you commit a crime, you get a free meal, free housing, free clothing, and you just sit there. You can sleep all you want. You can watch television. You can go to a prison gym, prison library, prison cafeteria after you commit a crime, right? It's like awarding criminal behavior. That's American prison system, okay? In North Korea, China, Russia, it's not that they punish them. They make them work, learn to work, depend. So Russia, China, North Korea, their prison system is, in my opinion, is better than America's. Yeah. I don't know anything about South Korean prison system. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, in North Korea they worship the dictator, right? How about in America? What do they worship? Ideologies, bad ideologies. There are some good ideologies, but American majoritarian mainstream ideologies like BLM, LGBT, tattoo piercing, marijuana, obesity, right? That's what they worship, bad ideologies. So Americans may say, hey, it's my body, tattoo piercing my body, but we get to see it. Tattoo piercing, obesity, we get to see it, right? And some of us don't like it. Okay, so yeah, it's your body, your freedom, your right. It's America, but we get to see it and we don't like it. Okay, so the visual space is shared space, is shared property, public property. Okay, like air is a public property. It's not private property. Air, oxygen, right? You don't have right to smell bad. You have to wash yourself. You cannot fart. What's the euphemism of that? Is that fastulation or something? Fart, passing the gas. What's some euphemism for that? Fatulate? Flatulate? Yeah, flatulate, okay. Flatulate, pass the gas. Oops. Yeah, very like this egg, this nitrogen, this ammonia, whatever. Sulfur, sulfuric acid, sulfur egg. Okay, yeah, that smell. You cannot do that in public place. You have to go to private place like bathroom, toilet. If you feel like passing the gas, you have to go to bathroom. All right. You cannot do that in public place, elevator. Yeah, there's this Jim Carrey movie, Liar, Liar, passing the gas in the elevator. Okay, you cannot do that. Okay, you have to go to bathroom. Just sit down in the toilet. Okay, pass the gas in the bathroom. Right? You cannot just pass the gas, public place. Go to private place like bathroom. All right, when there's ventilation. Okay, the smell. You have to wash yourself. Take a bath. Take a shower. Yeah, public urination illegal. Okay, you cannot do that. You should not do that. Okay, so public defecation, public urination, public flatulation. That's not good. Some of that is illegal, immoral, right? You have to separate these places when you are at work or in a restaurant. If you feel something like urination, defecation, or flatulation, you have to go to bathroom. Private sector bathroom, right? Yeah, I'm kind of drunk. We're everywhere. Random walk. We are just relaxed, laid back. Okay, so we take 5 minutes. Okay, so how do we get into this story? I don't know. I'm drunk. We take 5 minutes. Okay, so welcome to humanology. Anything goes. Okay. Okay. Let me start cooking my Gino. Right. Okay. Well, yeah, random walk, random talk, welcome to humanology, anything goes. Okay, so yeah. Okay, well, let's talk about nodding. Okay. Yeah, just I went to bathroom. Yeah, this sweatpants. Yeah, some knot, this cord on the waistline. Okay, I have to make a knot to not drop my pants. Okay, so yeah, nodding. Yeah, cords, string. Yeah, in South Korea. Yeah, I learned how to fish from my father. Okay, so yeah, the fishing line, fishing cord, fishing line. Okay, you have to connect this metallic hook to catch the fish, right? Yeah, you have to learn it right, how to knot this fishing line, this more like plastic based, right? Yeah, yeah, how to knot so that you connect this plastic fishing line and metallic hook to catch the fish in a lake, right? In the river, right? Out in the ocean. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's that. And what else? Random talk. I bought this ramen noodle. Okay, not in Walmart, but more upscale place. Yeah, in Asian section. I'm Asian, American. Okay, so when I go to supermarket, I check out this Asian section. Rice, noodles, okay. And yeah, some Korean ramen noodle products. Ramen noodle, Japanese invention, okay. Fantastic, like Maruchan, Nissin, Udon, okay, huge fan. Yeah, Japanese ramen noodle. Okay. Very cool invention, Japanese invention. Okay, so but Koreans they learned from Japanese. Okay, so they came up with their own ramen noodles like Nongshim or you have Samyang. Okay, it's Korean companies. Okay, and they're fantastic business people. Okay, so and they came up with this product Yukun ramen, something like that. Okay, yeah, I bought that. Okay, because I know what it is. Yukun means yuk means land, kun means army, so it's like land army as opposed to sea military. Well, yukun kun means military, yuk means land, land military that's army, sea military that's navy, sky military that's like air force, right? Yeah, in Korean word, yukun means land military that's army, sea military that's Navy. In Korean word, 해군. 해 means sea, ocean. Okay, so sea military. Sky military is called 공군. Okay, sky, air, military, 공군. Okay, so back in the days in South Korea, yeah, 육군, land, military, army, Korean, South Korean army. Okay, yeah, they're poor. Okay, so back in the days, so it's like papuri style. You put everything together and you just boil it and eat it. Some leftover food. Okay, that's the kind of food I eat. Okay, so yeah, this yukun soup, papuri style. Put everything leftover food together. Put some water in there and boil it. Yeah, that kind of yukun ramen. Ramen. It was selling that. Okay, I understood. I understood the Korean history about that. Korean military history. Okay. So yeah. This ramen noodle I'm gonna cook. Okay. Some fond history, right? Yeah. That I remember. That I can jive with. Right. Yeah. Okay. What else were we talking about? Okay. I don't remember. I'm drunk. Okay. So we have many stories. We have many stories to tell. Perhaps heaven in the sky, they have infinite database. Maybe they record every single things that happened. Every single things we saw in our dreams or every single ideas that we thought about but didn't tell anybody. Maybe it's all tape recorded in heaven, paradise, God's database. Maybe. Hopefully. It's like our thoughts, concepts, ideas. Oh, my precious! But I forgot. Oops. Is it tape recorded? Hopefully. In divine database, in heaven, paradise, God's database. Maybe it's all tape recorded. Even if we never spoke it, we just thought about it in our private body part, sanctuary, high and way up in the brain. Okay. Yeah, maybe God, angels, heavenly paradisical, infinity database, eternal. Maybe they can't angels tape recorded that stuff. What we dreamed, what we saw in our dream, even if we don't even remember. Some thoughts we had, even if we never spake of or share with anybody else. Maybe so tape recorded. God's camera, divine camera, the divine database in heaven. Maybe. Okay. Hopefully. Okay. Yeah. Because I remember some philosophy history book that I read in South Korea. Translated from German to Korean. Maybe some German to English and then Korean. Okay. I don't know. Right? It was good philosophy history book. Okay. So paperback. Right. My parents voted for me when I was in high school. Okay. It was two volume. Okay. Yeah, I carried with me from South Korea to America. Okay. Yeah. Some philosophy professor. I think he was in Heidelberg University in Germany. Okay. Yeah. Prestigious university in Germany. Okay. Probably top five. Okay. In Germany, you have Berlin University, Heidelberg University, and some others. Okay. Whatever. Okay. I don't know. So this professor said, yeah, in the preface, mhm, yeah, it's possible that some person had this wonderful idea, okay, that's never been recorded. It's possible. We can think of the possibility. A person in the human history had this wonderful idea, but it never got published, never got recorded. Yeah, that's possible. Because when I was in Los Angeles, California, yeah, I heard, listened to this wonderful independent musicians, indie rock band in the radio when I was driving in Mojave Desert back and forth, making this movie, Therapy for Metaphobia. Okay, it was beautiful. Independent musicians, recording artists. But I don't get to hear them. I don't get to see them. I don't get to hear about them. Okay. But it was great music. But very short lived. Like one hit, one wonder. One hit wonder, whatever. Okay. Yeah, so humanology may die with me. Okay. We have great ideas here, but it may not last. Right? That's possibility. Or it may will last. We don't know. Okay. This whole humanology series, our ideas, thoughts, and prayers. Okay. It may be evanescent. We don't know. Or it may be everlasting. Evanescent, everlasting. We don't know. Okay. Do I care? Yes, I do. Right. It's like metaphysical progeny, right? Grandchild. I do care. Human series, human papers. But will it last or will it be just like Haru Sari? Yeah, May flies. Haru means in Korean word, Haru means one day. Sari, life. Yeah, one day life. Mayflower, okay. It may be that, or it may be everlasting. We don't know. We'll see. Only time will tell. Because we are not in control of our lives. Okay, ideologies, yeah, influenced by ideologies. Okay, yeah, Americans they think they are free. They are not. They're subject to ideologies like anywhere else in the world. BLM, LGBT, tattoo piercing, marijuana, plastic surgery, tanning, whatever. All those bad ideologies. Okay, but there are some good ideologies too. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so God is in control. Okay, in humanology, we embrace this concept of God, religion, right? It's not about entropy, okay? There's some order. It's not about chaos. There's some cosmos, right? Yeah. It's not all that random evolution, whatever. So, but God gave us this concept of humanology. Maybe there's some reason for that, right? Maybe there's some purpose, right? So in humanology, we don't make prediction. We don't. Future is exclusive domain of God. Okay, we are not arrogant. We are humble. We cannot tell the future. All right, we can only speculate about possibilities. Right. Humanology may be everlasting, outlive my life, or it may be evanescent. It may die with me. This particular brand of humanity. I don't know. It's up to God. It's not up to me or you or me, people. It's up to God. Okay. So, but we are grateful to God. We thank God. We thank our people. I thank you. I thank every single people who I've met for teaching me. I'm just sharing the knowledge, passing on to the next generation what I have learned. Yeah, bridging the gap between past and future generations. Middleman, midwife. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so, okay. All right. I need to eat. Okay, so have a nice day. Have a good night. Okay, thank you. Happy Thursday. Tomorrow, happy Friday. Okay. Have a nice weekend. Thank you. Bye. God bless you. I love you. Thank you for loving me. Thank you.